During 1939, about 40,000 people visited the Grand Canyon using trains from Williams, Arizona. On July 27, 1939, in the evening, a Santa Fe Railroad steam train with 190 passengers, who had enjoyed seeing the Grand Canyon, departed, heading back to Williams. The train consisted of 2 locomotives and 4 coaches. Suddenly, about 6 miles south of the rim, at Tucker Pass, the train, traveling at about 25 miles per hour, derailed as it entered a curve in a deep cut blasted out of solid rock. Both engines leaped off the track, one to the right and one to the left. A combination baggage and chair car behind the locomotives turned over on its side with 30 passengers. A Pullman car was turned at right angles to the track. The other 2 cars left the track but remained upright. It was reported,
B.H. Sparks, the engineer, said he was thrown from his seat to the opposite side of the first locomotive's cab. The portion where he had been sitting was demolished. E. Parks, the conductor, was hurled 20 feet to the end of a Pullman coach and was stunned.
The derailed locomotives and coaches knocked down telephone and telegraph wires, and communications were disrupted for several hours. 2 other trains that followed, with 400 passengers, were in danger and plowing into the wreck. However, they noticed huge steam from a punctured boiler rising up into the moonlight, and they stopped to investigate. There were 5 doctors among the passengers who were able to give assistance.
Engineer Sparks, although suffering from severe cuts and bruises, refused to leave the wreck until the passengers had been calmed and accounted for and the injured given first aid.
Civilian Conservation Corps ambulances brought the injured passengers back to the village, where they were cared for at El Tovar Hotel. It was first reported that only 7 passengers and 2 crewmen were injured. However, later news revealed that 37 had been hospitalized and 20 more were given first aid treatment at the scene. 5 tourists remained in the hospital the next day. No one sustained critical injuries. Many received cuts, bruises, and possible broken ribs. Doctors and nurses were brought from Prescott, more than 100 miles away, to help with the injured. Wrecker trains were quickly sent to the scene from Winslow, Arizona, and other locations to clear and repair track. The wreck was suspected to have been caused by a defective track. 40 buses were put into operation to bring and return visitors to the canyon. It was a transportation nightmare. More trains coming in added to the congestion. 21 Pullman cars were used at Williams to house tourists waiting for the buses or other trains. More than 1,000 pieces of baggage were piled on the Williams train station platform because there was no more room for them in the building. A fleet of trucks was hired to haul luggage to and from the canyon. Santa Fe track crews worked day and night, and the trains were put back into operation after 4 days. 3 injured tourists were still receiving treatment. A few weeks later, a man on the train remarked that they were nearing the place where the train had derailed and said it was lucky that it had not been derailed a few yards further or it would have rolled down into a side canyon. A woman tourist, eyes wide in astonishment and thinking only of the world's wonder, demanded,
"How would they ever have gotten the train back up out of the Grand Canyon?"
She was relieved to learn that there were many canyons in Arizona, none as large as the Grand Canyon.
This video was written and produced by Davy Crockett for the Grand Canyon Historical Society. Visit us at grandcanyonhistory.org. Help us continue to preserve and share the history of Grand Canyon by becoming a member of the Society. Also, use the subscribe button below to receive more videos like this one.